What is going on YouTube? It is your boy Dev. Guys, if you caught the last video, you know that I'm just getting home from a super cool car show. Go watch that last video. Had some cool B-roll in there from the car show I went to. Actually got to link up with the gentleman that sold me this car. He brought out his Z06. Guys, we had so much fun, so go check out that video. I am geared up in my Corvette swag. Got all the generations of Corvettes back there on me. And yeah, got that on. Got my Corvette shirt on. And yeah, man, we've been out having fun, enjoying the Vette today, having a good time. But you guys saw the title of today's video. I've been wanting to make this video monthly payment on my C8 Corvette, or how much I paid for my Corvette. I don't know what I'm going to title it, but I'm going to talk about all of that in today's video because this is very stupid, guys. And again, like, I feel like if you're going to do something stupid like this, you got to do it as smart as you possibly can, but there's no getting around it. Like, my boss, it's so funny. He tells me all the time. He's like, there's no smart way to make a car like this I mean, like, this is just not smart. Like, it's just not a smart decision. So it's very funny because it's really not. But it's so much fun, though. And sometimes it's just super fun to have fun. And that's what this car is for me. It's just a lot of fun. And it's been a dream come true. I've always wanted one, guys. So it's just a huge blessing. But, guys, today we're going to talk about how much I paid for this 2022 Chevrolet Corvette 3LT with the Z51 package. I bought it used, of course, because the year is 2025, in case you've been living under a rock and you didn't know that. But guys, this is a 2022 car. Bought it earlier this year, bought it in February. So time of year does matter, of course, for a vehicle like this because, again, February here in Ohio, nobody's really thinking about a car like this because it's winter time, snow out on the road, salt out on the road, potholes everywhere. You're not kind of thinking about this. Of course, if you're looking in like May, June, when everybody wants to pop out, you know, you might spend a little bit more. It just depends, right? It depends on the car you're looking at or whatever. But bought this car in February of this year. And before I bought this car, I was actually planning on ordering a brand new one, right? You learned about it in the last video. I was ordering a 2025 Chevrolet Corvette Stingray 1LT NonZ51 package. It was basically a base model car. And then I was getting some extras like the performance exhaust, different wheels, stuff like that. But pretty much stock, right? Pretty much stock car, base model car. And that car, I was going to end up paying $68,000 plus tax. So I was going to be out the door for that car with all the dealer fees, all the little add-ons I had to do to the vehicle. I was going to be out the door with taxes and everything for right around $73,000, $74,000, right? So my payment was going to be right around at 72 months, right around $1,000, $1,025, something like that. I don't remember the exact number, but all I know is it was right around $1,000, right? So was planning on getting that car. As I told you in the last video, GM was sort of playing with the build date a little bit. They weren't really putting a lot of focus, I guess, on Stingrays. All the focus was on the E-Rays and the Z06s. And as you guys know, the ZR1s are right around the corner from being introduced earlier this year. So there was a lot of other focus on some of their other Corvette models and not really a lot of focus on the Stingray cars, the base model cars, right? They had been out for years and they were putting focus on other areas. So once I found out that I wasn't going to get that car, and I ended up finding this car on Facebook Marketplace of all places. My biggest gripe with this car was that it was going to cost me more money than the car that I had planned on getting. Now this car, I ended up getting this car for $75,000, which I feel like is a fair price, right? If a dealership was selling this car, they'd be selling this car for anywhere between $75,000 and $80,000, right? That's just what it is. Now, of course, the reason I had a problem with it though was just because it was more than what I was spending on the car that I was ordering. Now, I had to sort of bite the bullet because this car literally, when I did the math, this car literally had $30,000 worth of more options than the car that I was going to order, right? Convertible, which was $7,000. Interior 3LT. The 2LT is like $6,000 or $7,000. And then if you want to get the 3LT on top of that, it's another $5,000. So that's $12,000 just in the interior alone, right? Again, convertible, $7,000. Z51 package, that's like another 5-6 grand, right? This has a $5,000 exhaust on it, right? $2,000 wheels, the aero package on it that the original owner put on the car. So many upgrades on this vehicle, right? And when I thought about it, I'm like, okay, Devin, you're getting a car that is $30,000 more valuable, right? For an extra $5,000, right? Because again, I was gonna be at 74 grand out the door for that car that I was ordering, the 1LT Vet. That was gonna be brand new, right? But I was able to get this 2022 model that has everything for $75,000 plus tax. So I guess 6 grand. This car ended up being $80,000 out the door, which is absolutely crazy. Now, what's even crazier is, again, I live in Northeast Ohio, and my wife and I, we invest in real estate. The most expensive property that I've ever bought. Now, all of our properties are worth more than this now, a lot more, if I'm being honest. But again, the most expensive property that we've ever bought was $82,000. This car was $80,000. This is very stupid, right? This is very stupid. So I'm going to say this. This is a public service announcement. Do not go out and buy something stupid like this before you've invested your hard-earned money into assets. My wife and I, we invest in real estate. We like real estate. We also like investing in the stock market. It doesn't matter what you invest in. Choose to invest your money in whatever you wish to invest your money in. But again, it is very dumb to go out and buy liabilities before assets. Just gonna throw that out there. That is a public service announcement. Again, we've all done it. We've all went out and bought the toys before the investments. It is what it is. But again, this is responsible dev talking. Go out there and invest your money first, and then buy the stupid stuff later. There we go. So guys, $80,000 for this car, monthly payment. Now, that's where things got interesting because again, we were gonna be $74,000 for that other vehicle, and I was expecting my payment to be right around $1,000 a month. And you know, this, I was like, okay, if we're at 80,000, that's 6 grand more. If I finance the vehicle at 72 months is typically where I finance the vehicles at. This was gonna be like 1150, right? And I was like, sheesh! I was like, oh my, like, no. $1,150 a month for a car, like that is freaking crazy. The most expensive payment on anything I've ever had. No, not any house, right? We're not gonna talk about houses, but on any vehicle, right? Cars, bikes, was my street glide payment, and that was $370 a month. So again, $370 a month to $1,150 a month, guys, that's pretty extreme. So I ended up extending the term to 84 months, which is 7 years, which is stupid. Again, it's not smart. I'm not saying anything about this car. Any decision with this car, of buying this car has not been smart. That's not what I'm saying at all. But again, 7 years, I'm being transparent though, so you know how this works, because a lot of people have no idea how this works. 7 years on this vehicle, 84 months. I ended up putting down $8,000 down. So I put down 10%. So 10%, $80,000, $8,000 down, finance $72,000. My payment on this vehicle is like $1,040 every single month, right? On this vehicle. Now again, that is very dumb. That is not smart. If I would have went out and did this before I went out and invested my money, that just would be very stupid. I'm just gonna put that out there, right? That's just what it is. But I went out and invested first, got my investments together, and I use my investments to be able to afford something special like this. So again, if you're in a situation where you're thinking like, okay, how can I go out and be able to afford my dream car, my dream motorcycle, or be able to afford to go on my dream vacations every year, whatever that it thing is for you, how can you afford to do that? Well, go out there and invest your money first and then go out and buy, you know, the fun stuff afterwards, guys. It was very hard early on. You know, when I first started working out of college, man, I remember thinking like, man, maybe I'll go get a C7, because this would have been like 2018, 2019. Maybe I'll go get a C7 Vet. And then I just remember thinking like, dang, like, and spend all that money, then I'm not gonna have no money to save. And then if I don't have no money to save, I'm not gonna have a savings to be able to put down on, you know, the investments that I wanted to put, you know, my money down on, guys. So again, you gotta make smart choices, and you gotta do this stuff as smart as you can. Now, again, like I said earlier in the video, my boss and I, we have a lot of conversations around personal finance, and we really like, you know, talking about, you know, financial decisions that we make. And this is just dumb all around, right? This is a depreciating asset. I pay $80,000 for the car. If I wanted to take the car to trade it in right now, a dealership would probably only give me maybe $70,000 for this vehicle. 70 would be a very, very, very great offer for this car. Now, fortunately, right now I've had it for almost 6 months or maybe a little bit longer, and I made a few payments on it. I'm down to, I think, right around $68,000 that I own this vehicle. It may be a little bit more, it may be a little bit less, but it's somewhere right around 68 grand. So I'm no longer in negative equity in this vehicle. I do keep the vehicle pristinely clean. So again, if I do need to sell it for whatever reason, I can get rid of it. But I do plan on keeping this car at least for a couple years, at least till the warranty is out. Because guys, that's what I bought it for. I bought it to enjoy it. Dominica and I, we don't have kids yet. When we start a family, you know, things will shift a little bit. And again, will we be able to jump out as often in a 2-seater sports car? The answer will be no. So maybe, you know, maybe we'll explore something else. You know, Tesla Plaid, who said that? I don't know, but I'm just joking. I don't know. I don't even know if I would like a Tesla, to be honest. You know, where would my charging port going here? I don't know, guys. Just a thought. But again, guys, I wanted to make this video talking about how much I paid for this car, what my monthly payment is. And again, this was a dumb decision, but again, the point in life is not to take all your money, invest every single dime you can, and be the richest person in the cemetery, right? You gotta find a balance. You gotta find a flow for your life. Again, if this car was gonna put us in any sort of financial harm, I would not have purchased this car. But again, $1,000 a month is $1,000 a month, right? I'm not saying it's not a lot of money, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, I could invest an extra $1,000 a month, but I already said when I bought this car, I was already gonna throw another $1,000 into an investment if I was gonna be doing something stupid like this, right? And of course, you better make sure you giving back to God was his as well, right? So again, guys, I'm not trying to preach in this video, but I wanted to make this video because I know there's a lot of people out there who aspire to be able to go out and buy a car, maybe like this or maybe another brand, whatever it is, but you wanna know how much something like this would cost, what your monthly payment would be on it. And again, I do have top tier credit, guys, so my credit is perfect. As perfect as it can be, right? Never had any late payments or anything like that, guys. I make my payments on time because I always want to be able to go out and get financing on a cool toy if I need to be able to do that, or if I desire to, you know, go out and do that, guys. And, you know, I am that type of person where I do like nice stuff. I do like newer objects. You know, when that Road Glide came out, I did have to go get it, unfortunately, because I really wanted it really, really bad. And you guys know in a couple years, the C9 Corvette will be out, and who knows what they're gonna do to that. I won't be going out. I guess never say never, because I didn't think I was gonna have a 3.0T convertible for this car. But hey, you never know. What I always tell people is don't put a limit on what God can do for you in your life. A lot of times we like to put God's blessings in like this bubble, like, well, God is good, but he wouldn't give me something like this. And guys, I always said, like, man, maybe I'll get one of these cars one day, but God put this opportunity in front of me and he said, dude, you've been working hard. Like, now's the time, you know, now or never, you know. So it's just such a blessing, guys. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got something out of this video. If you're ever buying an object, I talked about it in a past video, but it's worth mentioning again. Guys, avoid negative equity. Put money down on these objects, guys. If you can't afford to put any money down, you probably should wait and save up a little bit more money if you're buying a toy like this. Because again, you don't need something like this. This is not something that I'm driving in the winter time, right? I need a daily driver, of course, for that. So this is just something I'm pulling out on nice summer days or nice summer nights or nice fall or spring days or nights. You know, like if the weather is nice and the roads are dry, I'm outside. That's just what it is. But guys, this is not something that you cannot attain, right? I thought that this was gonna take me so many years and years. One of my boys, he's always pushing me, man. I'm like, dude, chill out, man, chill out. But he's like, man, when you grabbing your C8? When you grabbing your C8? And you know, for years, like ever since they came out, he's like, man, when you gonna do it, man? I know you got it, man. I know you could do it. And I'm like, bro, like, just because I got a little extra disposable income doesn't mean I gotta go spend it. Like I'm investing. I was building up my investments, but it got to a point after that accident last year, guys, and I was like, man, you know what? Life is short. You could be here today, gone tomorrow. And what if I never got to experience something like this that I've wanted for so long? So that's why I ended up going out and getting it. $1,000 a month is dumb, but it is what it is, guys. If you want to play, you got to pay. We're going to end the video right there, guys. If you want to pay, or no, I'm messing it up. You see what I'm doing? If you want to play, you got to pay. That's just what it is, guys. But always remember, when God is in it, there is no limit. Your dream life is out there. You just got to go get it. Only person stopping you is you. We'll see y'all in the next video. Peace.